At the beginning of the film, we see a CIA agent named Henderson, who finally gets a chance to meet his son after 2 years because his duty was so strict that he used to come home only once every 2 to 3 years. That is why today Henderson had planned to go out somewhere with his son Douglas. But just then, Henderson receives a phone call from one of his colleagues, who assigns him a new mission. That mission is that a security company's truck is going to be attacked today and all the money in it will be stolen. Therefore, Henderson has to keep an eye on that truck. If anything happens, he must inform the CIA. But Henderson says that today, after 2 years, he has come to meet his son, and that they could assign this work to someone else. However, they reply that only he is the kind of man who can do this job properly. If someone else could do it, then why would they be calling him? Because of this, Henderson is forced to agree. He tells his son, first we'll take care of a small task, and then we'll go out somewhere. Douglas agrees. Then both of them reach the place where Henderson has to keep an eye on the truck. Henderson parks his car far away and comes a little distance from there under the excuse of buying burgers. He stands outside the Fortico company. Fortico is a security company, and as soon as the truck comes out of the company, he immediately starts giving its information to the CIA. Just as the CIA information was absolutely correct, several workers attack the truck, drag the security guards out, and immediately begin looting it. One man from that gang kills both security guards. They also pull Henderson's son out of the car and make him lie on the ground. But when that man kills the security guards, Douglas sees his face. So, in order to leave no evidence, that man kills Douglas as well. Henderson witnesses all of this. Henderson immediately moves toward that man in rage, but the man instantly fires at both of Henderson's shoulders, leaving him half dead. Then the scene cuts. Now we see a scene 8 months later. Henderson has completely recovered and goes to meet his superior, whose name is Kirkman. Kirkman says that they tried very hard to find those people, but all they found out was that they were former army commandos. That is why whatever work they do, they leave no evidence behind. Henderson says, "Just give me 3 months of leave. I will find them myself." Kirkman replies, "Fine. Whatever you do, and whatever mess you create, I will clean it up." Saying this, Henderson leaves. Then we see Henderson and his gang, who are very troubled. They say that if they had not made a mistake that day and had not sent their boss aside, this situation would never have come. Mike says that they are helping him in every possible way and will definitely catch those goons. After a short while, we see Mike and his partner arriving outside an apartment. As soon as they enter, they capture the boss of all the drug dealers and bring him in front of Henderson. Henderson asks him, 8 months ago, the truck used in the robbery belonged to you. Tell me, to whom did you rent that truck that day? But the man says that he has already been paid for it, so even if they kill him, he will never tell. Just then, Henderson's men bring that man's sister in front of him and immediately start torturing her. At first, the man does not say anything, but when he sees his sister being beaten, he tells Henderson all the names. Right after that, the scene cuts. Then we see Mike, who has come to another drug dealer. He captures everyone and calls Henderson inside. Henderson says that all of them are destined to die, because not only are they drug dealers, but they are also connected with that gang. Henderson then kills them one by one. Henderson now knows everything about those people, so he calls Mike into his car and says, "All of you have helped me a lot. From here on, whatever I do, I will do alone. Because if those people become too many, they will endanger not only your lives but also your family's lives. I have no one except Douglas. That's why whatever I do now, I'll do it myself and take revenge for my son." Henderson tells Mike to take care of everything behind the scenes. Mike says that if he wants them to come along, he can tell them without hesitation. But Henderson wants to do everything himself. Then Henderson goes to his friend Laura. Laura says, "I prepared fake passports for you, a fake gun license, and a fake CV as well." It says that Henderson has at least 5 years of experience in a security company. Whichever company you show this CV to, they won't suspect you at all. But Henderson doesn't want a job in just any company. He wants a job specifically inside the Fortico company. Yes, friends, Fortico is the same company whose truck was looted by the gang at the beginning of the film, in the incident where Douglas and the 2 security guards were killed. Soon after, Henderson goes to the Fortico company with all his details. As soon as he arrives, he is told to give a test. They say that he will have to be extremely alert here. Henderson does not let them suspect even a little that he was once a CIA agent. Johnson, the company's coordinator, says, "Look, just a few months ago, a very bad incident happened here in which 4 people lost their lives. So can you really perform this duty even at the risk of your life?" Henderson replies that he knows how risky this job is, and that's why he has come here of his own will. Johnson then takes him to meet another man. That man's name is Birch, and he says, "Everyone here calls me Bullet, so from today you should call me Bullet as well. You will have to give 3 types of tests. First, we will check your fitness. Second, we will test your shooting, and in the third test, we will check your driving. If you score more than 70%, you will be selected." Immediately after that, Bullet takes Henderson for the shooting test, where Henderson deliberately misses all the shots. Then Henderson gives the fitness test, which he passes, and in the last test he does the driving. But even there, Henderson doesn't perform particularly well. When the test results come, Bullet says, "Your score is 72%, so luckily, you have passed." Henderson does not let anyone suspect that he was once a secret agent, and he gets the job. After that, Bullet introduces Henderson to everyone. There is a girl there named Dana. She says, "Where did you pick him up from? He'll be dead on the first day itself." Then Henderson is introduced to his two partners, one of whom is named Dave. Dave says that on the day the two security guards were killed, he was supposed to be on duty in place of one of them, but he was on leave because of a stomach problem and his stomach saved his life. After that, Bullet explains the job to Henderson, and the three of them, along with Dave, go inside a 5-star hotel. Bullet says, "We will go inside, take the money from the locker, load it into the truck, and then drive the truck straight to the Fortico company, where this money will be under full security." They do exactly that. As soon as they reach outside the company, the gate opens because their faces are recognized. When they enter the building, Bullet says a code, which gives them permission to enter inside. We see that there is extremely tight security inside the Fortico company. That's why looting trucks outside the company is easy, but stealing inside the company is almost impossible. While everyone is placing their badges in their respective spots, Henderson carefully observes all their badges, but at first, he doesn't suspect anyone. Soon after, they go into a club, where one employee starts harassing Henderson a lot. He says, "Bald guys like you can never do brave work. When you see thieves for the first time, you'll wet your pants." Hearing this, Henderson gets very angry, but if he fights with that man here, his mission will never be fulfilled. So he quietly tells the man to leave, and the man stops bothering him. In the next scene, we see Henderson and Dave, who are going to deliver a lot of money today, but then a message comes over their radio. On the other side, some people say, "If you don't bring the truck and all the money to the position we've told you, we will kill Bullet." Bullet also speaks on the radio and says, "Do exactly what they say." Dave becomes very worried, but Henderson doesn't say much. Henderson says, "We have to do exactly what they say, otherwise we will lose Bullet." Dave drives the truck to their hideout, where we see that they have taken Bullet hostage. They tell them to quickly start putting all the money into the trunk of their vehicle. Henderson starts throwing the bags full of money into their truck one by one, but he deliberately drops one bag on the ground. As soon as one of their men comes down to pick up the fallen bag, Henderson shoots him in the head. Everyone becomes alert, but Henderson shoots each of them in the head one by one and kills them all except for their leader, who runs away in fear after seeing his companions die. Henderson chases him. Henderson shoots him in the leg, but he still gets up and tries to run. Henderson then shoots him in the other leg, finally bringing him down. Henderson comes close and asks him, "Who is Jackson?" Yes, friends, Jackson is the same person whose gang we saw at the beginning of the film, the same gang that shot Henderson's son, and Jackson is their leader. That man says that he doesn't know who Jackson is, but he knows that Henderson can't shoot him. But Henderson immediately shoots him, blowing his brains out. Bullet and Dave witness all of this and are extremely impressed by Henderson's bravery, because when Bullet tested Henderson, he seemed like a completely different person. And now, it feels as if this isn't even the same Henderson. The scene cuts. We then see two CIA agents who come to Henderson and ask him some questions. They say, "Tell us something about the 4 people you fought today." Henderson replies that he neither knows anything about their gang nor has any interest in it. He says he just did what he was paid to do, so they should let him go. Saying this, Henderson leaves. Outside, he meets Johnson. Johnson says, "Looking at your test, it seemed like you couldn't even fire a bullet, but here you took on 4 people alone." Henderson replies that he is just like Johnson, except that when trouble comes, his mind and body start working at 100%. After that, we see the owner of the Fortico company, who tells Henderson that he did an excellent job today, so he is promoting him and also giving him a bonus. Hearing this, Henderson leaves. Then we see Kirkman, the same Kirkman who is Henderson's boss. The 2 CIA agents who questioned Henderson were sent by Kirkman only as a formality, so that no one would suspect that the company killed several people without even questioning them. Kirkman is helping Henderson in every way. Then the scene cuts again, and we see a scene 1 month later. We see Henderson and Bullet delivering money at a place. Suddenly, some bikers stop their truck and pour black liquid on the windshield, blocking their vision. They plant bombs all around the truck and throw a smoke grenade inside, filling it with smoke. When Henderson comes out, the gang members panic when they realize that the truck contains none other than Henderson himself. They immediately abandon everything and flee. By now, the entire city knows about Henderson. Because of the way he does his job, security companies now assign Henderson to almost every second truck, which is actually good for him, because this increases his chances of finding those gang members if they try to steal again, and that is exactly what happens. Now we see the gang members who killed Douglas. They all appear extremely angry because they haven't pulled off any big job in a long time. They were all former commandos. Their boss, Jackson, tells them that now they are going to carry out a very big robbery. They will get so much money that they won't need to steal again. During the conversation, one man says that since they started robbing and looting, they have become extremely rich, far more than what any army would ever pay a commando. While they are talking, Kevin says that he has been living a boring life for a long time because he hasn't killed anyone in many days. Yes, this is the same Kevin who killed Douglas and the 2 security guards. He actually enjoys killing people. Jackson then tells them that if this mission succeeds, they will steal $50 million. There are 6 of them, plus one accomplice who is a guard inside the Fortico company. The name isn't revealed, but it becomes clear that there is definitely a traitor inside Fortico. Jackson says that each of them will get $10.5 million. Everyone is shocked. Jackson then explains the plan. He says that on Fridays, all companies deposit their money at Fortico, so the robbery must happen on Friday. There will be a lot of money, but all the security guards will also be present inside the company, because there are no deliveries on Fridays. They will all be inside, and the gang will have to escape with the money while avoiding them. We then see Friday, where Bullet and Henderson are traveling in a truck. Henderson notices that Bullet looks very nervous. When Henderson asks him about it, Bullet says that you can't run a household on such little money, so you have to earn some black money too. Hearing this, Henderson starts suspecting that Bullet might be connected to the gang. Bullet then says that what Henderson is thinking is absolutely correct, and that today they are going to carry out a very big robbery. Yes, friends, Bullet is also Jackson's man. Bullet tells Henderson not to act like a hero today. Some people will sit inside their truck and enter the company. Henderson just has to sit quietly and not let anyone suspect him. Henderson asks what he will get in return. Bullet says $1 million. In reality, Bullet himself is going to take $100 million, while Henderson is getting only $1 million. Bullet parks the truck inside a garage and immediately turns off the cameras. As soon as the cameras go off, Bullet receives a call from the company asking why the cameras are off. Bullet says there's a small technical issue and that he'll inform them once it's fixed. Just then, a car enters the garage. Jackson and his gang get out, sit inside Bullet and Henderson's truck, and drive out toward the company. As usual, the company staff opens the gate. When they enter the building, Bullet says the password, and the guards open the door. As soon as they enter, the gang members come out and take everyone there at gunpoint. They take Henderson aside, tie his hands, make him lie down, and order everyone else to throw their guns down. Out of fear, everyone complies. Then they take Bullet at gunpoint and order the guards at the locker to open the door. Instead of opening it, the guards start firing at them. But the gang members are wearing bulletproof armor, so the bullets have no effect, and they kill the guards one by one. We see that one of Jackson's gang members has been shot below the shoulder, so they start rushing and begin filling the money into their bags. Outside, the police have arrived. The gang members say that the SWAT team will arrive within 9 minutes, and if that happens, escaping will be impossible. During this, Henderson grabs a man's gun and shoots him, killing him instantly. Henderson then tells Dave to come and help him, and immediately starts fighting all of them. We see Bullet killing Dana and her friend. On the other side, Dave kills the gang member who was shot below the shoulder. Now only Jackson, Bullet, and Kevin are left. Bullet shoots Dave and Henderson, injuring them. Dave is killed on the spot. The 3 of them get into the truck with all the money and drive out, ramming police cars and escaping. Inside the truck, we see that Jackson has a bullet mark on his neck. The bullet grazed his neck, causing him severe pain. Kevin notices that a helicopter is also chasing them, so they enter a tunnel and stop there for a while. Bullet starts unloading the bags of money from the truck. Jackson has lost a lot of blood. Kevin approaches him and says that today he will kill 2 birds with 1 stone, free Jackson from his pain and keep his money for himself. Saying this, Kevin cuts Jackson's throat, killing him. Then Bullet and Kevin enter an elevator, where Bullet asks Kevin where Jackson is. Kevin lies and says that Jackson will meet them on the other side of the tunnel. They load the money onto 4-wheelers and go to the other side of the tunnel. When they reach there, they load all the money into a car. As soon as everything is loaded, Kevin puts a gun to Bullet's neck and shoots him dead instantly. Kevin then drives away quietly, escaping the police, and takes all the money for himself. A day passes. We see Kevin with all the money, celebrating by drinking heavily. Suddenly, he hears an alarm. He checks his phone, but there is no alarm set. following the sound, he opens one of the money bags and realizes that it's not an alarm but a tracker. At that moment, we see that Henderson is sitting right behind him. Henderson says, "If you're a lion, then I'm 1.25 lions." Kevin says, "You're the same guy I shot before, right? Haven't you had enough that you came back to get shot again?" Henderson points a gun at him and says that Kevin is the one about to get shot. Henderson shoots him in the stomach, making him fall. Henderson gets up and fires another bullet into his chest, making him writhe in pain. Henderson says that Kevin could have killed the whole world, but he shouldn't have made the mistake of killing his son. Saying this, Henderson shoots Kevin in the head, killing him. Henderson then walks out. Outside, we see his boss Kirkman. Henderson tells him, like every time, clean up this mess as well. And Kirkman goes to Kevin's apartment. Then we see Henderson sitting in his car and driving away. Yes, friends, his revenge has finally been completed. And with this, the film ends.